Good morning, YouTubes and the Tickety Talk worlds. So, the bullcrap inside Israel, Palestine, Gaza, whatever way you want to label it, continues to go on. There doesn't seem to be an end in sight. Nobody's offering up any solutions that are in reality viable for both sides to accept. So again, you have the endless killing of Jews, the endless killing of Muslims inside Israel. So you have the endless killing of Muslims and Jews going on in that area of world that was legally created by a white supremacist and anti-Semite. Now, these are things that people never even beg to question, and that's all I'm doing here. I'm going to state what a lot of people would argue is historic fact. Lord Balfour comes from the lineage of Robert the Bruce. He was a white supremacist and anti-Semite because he was heavily involved in the Church of Scotland, and extreme Christians don't like Muslims and they don't like the Jews, and they also want and swore oaths, a lot of them, back in the days of the Crusades, to allow free passage for Christians, establish free passage for Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land. So what do you have now, happening just now? Is this all, has that been turned into a quagmire deliberately? An endless killing field of Muslims and Jews getting imported from all over the world to act as a human shield to stop Muslims recapturing that area of the world, as Christians have free passage unmolested. When was the last time you heard a Christian getting killed inside Israel? I'm just saying. Let's not forget that Jeremy Corbyn was kicked out of the Labour Party and just branded as a one big anti-Semite and stuff for bringing up the fact that the Zionist party was in negotiations with the Nazis about where to ship them all off. Fast forward to the end of World War II, and you have a Christian extremist Balfour of the lineage of Robert the Bruce, who wanted his heart buried in the Holy Land. It didn't quite make it, but that's how much he held it. So I'm just saying that these things that nobody seems to ask a question. Is the quagmire, the endless killing field of Muslims and Jews inside Israel, is it deliberate? It's like a human shield, isn't it? It's like, right, okay, you want to fight over the Holy Land? There's your football strips. Here's the killing field. Batter in. Well, Christians can just go to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre where the baby Jesus is buried. And Muslims, who the extreme Christians don't give a fuck about and want them out of the Holy Land, keep getting killed off the Jews, and vice versa. And the extreme Christians don't like the Jews because they helped in the killing of the baby Jesus. Who's the head of the Scottish Church? Scottish Church doesn't have a pope. It's the baby Jesus. The English Church has a pope. It's the King Charles. Lord Balfour was ball deep with the Church of Scotland. He didn't like Jews, and he was a white supremacist. But yet, it was his signature on a napkin, I believe, that legally speaking, which is where all this argument, all this fighting and killing and that comes from, is all about that a white anti-Semite's signature on a napkin has allowed Israel to be turned, to kick, it's allowed the Muslims to be kicked out of Israel and the Jews to be getting used as a human shield to keep it that way. Coincidence? I think not. So, we've got Nutjob vowing to turn Gaza into rubble. The PM tells Palestinians to leave now and says Hamas will pay an unprecedented price after they kidnapped grands. Oh, think of the grands! And launched a shocking attack that has left hundreds dead on both sides. And it ain't ending anytime soon. Anytime soon. Get it? Got it. Good. Catchies.